started with a cup of coffee. That's good. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. First and foremost, I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, and thank you guys for just still watching my video. Just sticking around means a lot to me, so thank you guys so much for that. So last month I got invited to shoot some behind the scene footage in Cape Town for a student film, and I got permission to tag you guys along, so enjoy.
All the weight of the world has been bringing me down for so long now. I'm tired of the fight. That's why I'm trying to wake up with a new mind, new eyes, new way of looking at life. So come on, come on, come on, hey!
Day one of shooting seems complex. No matter how long you've been doing this, I think day one always gets the nerves pumping. You want to stick to your shooting schedule and just want everything to go smoothly. You minimize the risk to take chances with certain angles because you're bound to work in a time frame. And in all fairness, day one sets the mood for the rest of the film.
It's supposed to be a very, very chill night. Nothing too major. Tomorrow's the big day. Today we just need to focus on getting the shots we need and take it easy. Keep noise levels down. Everyone just hang around. Just do what your job is. You know, if someone needs help them out. Apart from the key crew needs to stay on track with what's coming.
So then also like when it comes to
One of the most important things about filmmaking is problem solving. During the production of this film, we encountered many problems. There's a very famous saying, expect everything that can go wrong to go wrong. And the only way you can avoid that from happening is good pre-production. When you're going into the production for a film, there are certain things that you need to absolutely have as non-negotiables. In my case, that would be a good producer and a good DOP. A good DOP would mean someone who I know I can trust, who I can say, this is what we're going for, you do your job and make it happen. Don't dictate your crew and allow them the freedom to explore and to experiment. And anything is acceptable in my book as long as it serves the narrative of the story, which in the case of this film, Travis did an amazing job with. When it comes down to producing, if your pre-production isn't good, you're going to have a lot of issues on set. And it's good to have a crew that knows how to solve problems and how to work quick and, that can find creative solutions to difficult issues. For instance, we were shooting with a slider on a on unstable ground, and we had to try and maneuver the slider in such a way that we have enough clearance space and also enough sliding room to get our shot. And what ended up happening was we had someone holding the slider up on the unlevel ground to make sure that it is long enough and tall enough to have an even gliding space in relation to the stand, which was behind them. The other thing would be locations. You know, you need to really scout locations and make sure that the locations that you get are genuinely the right locations that serve your narrative. Sometimes compromise is inevitable. In our case, there was one specific shot that we wanted to get that ended up being in the film for less than 10 seconds, which was the opening shot with the car looking out over the city of the Cape Town skyline. Our initial plan was to shoot it at the foot of Table Mountain, but that meant we had to get a permit from Sandparks, and Sandparks is notoriously difficult to get filming permits from, especially if you're a student, because of all the regulations and prior paperwork and legal documents that need to be in place before they can even remotely grant you access to film in any of their areas.
Right. Camera. On for focus. Okay. Sound.
So that, unfortunately, very early on in pre-production was shut down and fell out. We couldn't manage that. We had the idea of filming in a public residential area which had a higher elevated view of the city, a little bit closer, which was near Signal Hill in the Boerkaap. And we managed to get this location, but what happened was we had to pay the Boerkaap organization 1,200 Rand, which ultimately we didn't initially budget anything for locations, but we did have a contingency. But we did have contingency funds allocated in the event that we needed unexpected expenses such as locations, which ultimately came in very handy because that allowed us to pay for the location and we got the shots that we wanted. Unfortunately, the shots were only in the film for 10 seconds, but it was very vital to the story and was very vital to help sell the scale of this film. So I'm very glad we got that, and it just comes to show that pre-production is everything. If you don't plan properly, you're gonna struggle down the line. Planning makes perfect.
Will grow.